Welcome back to another full self-driving video. In this video we are going to just do a little drive through the middle of town. We're going to hit another roundabout that we've had quite a few issues with today, just to see how it goes. It is Australia Day, so I was hoping the roads would be a little busier to test some of this stuff, but being that it was a long weekend, a lot of people are probably gone away, so it doesn't seem to be as busy as I was hoping. First off, we're going to head off to Birkenwills Hotel. That should get us somewhat in the centre of town, and then we're going to head through town a little bit. Once we've gone through town, we then will hit the roundabout. The roundabout of issues. Just can't seem to get it right for whatever reason. But I'll keep driving it and I'll keep reporting it until something hopefully changes. Yeah, so the larger roundabouts don't seem to have as many issues when you've got, enough space between I guess the entries and the exits, but smaller roundabouts and dual lane roundabouts seem to have problems. So I'm hoping the Tesla team will actually review some of these reports and eventually fix these roundabouts, because I've had this issue in multiple towns and cities, especially dual lane roundabouts. Sometimes it'll do it perfectly, and at other times, whether it's bad map data or what, not exactly sure why, just can't seem to get it right. It'll enter on the wrong side, or it'll try and exit, from the inner lane. It'll try to exit out too early or things like that. So, or it'll try to do the opposite, and instead of turning left on the first exit of the exit lane, which is the left lane, it'll try and go straight through and then cut off the lane to the right of us, which generally on a lot of dual lane roundabouts you will have to take the first exit if you're in the left lane. So it still has issues with that for whatever reason. Again, we may have to wait until we get another build before we actually see any changes, and it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Will we get a different build line? Maybe they do a 13.3.1 or something like that, or will it just follow suit and they won't do anything until we get version 14? Really, really hard to say. I'm hoping that they make some changes a bit earlier than that, but it's quite hard to say what they're going to do when it comes to, keeping us on the same builds as whatnot. This person's just run out in front of us, so that was good to have. Fucking mind my language, but that was good to have. That just happened when we've got a green light. Yeah, well, shows the car's safe, doesn't it? Didn't just plough straight through them. Alright, once we get up a little bit further here, I'm just going to take over just so it gets us on the right street that I'd actually want to take. So I'm just going to remove this stop here and just take over momentarily to get left and then right. Just want it to take this specific route that I would like to go. Actually looks like it wants to do a shortcut, so I don't want it to do that. So we want to go at this intersection, and then I'll let it go from there. So there you go. If you ever wondered what the pedestrian safety was like, if kids or people run out in front of you, even when you've got a green light, quite good. And I know that it's safe. I've seen plenty of videos prior to Australia getting FSD that it would be safe and it would be able to handle these sort of situations, which is why I didn't freak out. The car could see the intention of the person, and so could I. So it really did understand the behaviour of the humans in that moment, which is good to see. Alright, we'll reactivate now. Yeah, not as busy down here as I was hoping. I honestly was thinking it might be a little bit more busy than this with cars. A lot of businesses do close on public holiday though, so it makes sense, I guess, but I was just hoping to have a few more cars here. Now, just gonna check this. Actually, alright. We want to go that way, perfect. And then add a stop. Clifford Gardens. I won't completely add it until we get past the lights here. It'll probably confuse the car otherwise. But this will get us hopefully into the roundabout. Looks like I've got a red light for a while, so I've got enough time here to adjust the route. I'm gonna go that way. Perfect. Alright. I think it's going to fail the roundabout again. I think it's only probably got it right maybe once or twice out of the 10-15 times that I have been through it on FSD. So I suspect it's likely going to mess it up, but we're going to find out. Again, car to the right of us, gone a little bit quicker than us, so it's slowed down a bit to get behind it, which is good. Saw some interesting things that FSD was doing on my way to the Gold Coast and on my way back from the Gold Coast yesterday, so had a couple disengagements, unfortunately. Just dual lane roundabouts mainly. There was 2 of them I think that it failed, so that wasn't good. I did end up saving some dash cam footage of interesting moments, but just have to rifle through that at one point just to get the right clips there to post. Once we hit this left corner, we should be able to hopefully remove the stop and head up straight through the roundabout. Alright, let's remove this stop. Cool, it's picked the right way, so that's good. And we'll wait at the stoplights for a little bit here. While we're waiting, I guess we should talk about some changes that are coming to new vehicles. So Tesla have announced that they'll actually be removing auto steer or autopilot even on highways for people that have not paid for FSD. Seems like this is going to be a bit of a push for Tesla to sell more FSD. They have done some price drops in the US and also some further discounts, and also they've announced that they'll be moving to a structure of subscription only, so you will no longer in the very near future be able to buy FSD outright. So if you're thinking about buying it, now's probably a great time. If you're not going to upgrade your car anytime soon or do any transfers or have to worry about any of that, now is a great time to buy it if you just want to own it, or for the lifetime of the current vehicle you have. We actually need to get into the right lane, so let's just see what happens here. It's going to go straight through here in the wrong lane. Great. Another failure. Wasn't dangerous, so I'll let it do it. It's no issue with that, but again, just perfect representation and examples of wrong lane selection that I've been experiencing, and it never used to do that prior to the holiday update, so I'm not sure what's going on. Here we need to follow the yellow car, but I reckon we're going to get in the left lane. Could be wrong. Oh, it's deciding left lane, and there's some cars coming, so it's going to slow and stop for that, but my bet is once they're gone, it's going to go straight when it's not supposed to do that. So let's see. Yep, cut off the lane again. So I'm just going to report it. Cut off the right lane through a roundabout as the car was in the wrong lane to go straight. It must be in the left lane. Right, well, I guess that proves that nothing has really changed in the recent updates. There was a little bit of hesitancy right after I updated, but that seems to have gone after about 2 weeks of driving. It's the hesitancy has seemed to stop at like roundabouts and things like that. It was really quite like hesitant for a little bit there. That's gone away, but other than that, I can't really say there's much change after the holiday update. And look, it's not that we're expecting any changes, it's the same build number, all that sort of stuff, but being that the car was acting a little bit different right after we updated, a lot of users actually thought maybe they'd tweak some things in the background, but on the same build number. I don't think it's the case. I've done quite a bit of driving now on FSD since the update to state that, yeah, my opinion is I don't think anything's changed. If you like this video, chuck us a thumbs up and give us a subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.